You see, the current future banners go up until Nia and Nagusa, but this video doesn't really explain why those exist in the first place. At this point, I've created another timeline breakdown for now. It only goes up to the 4.5 anniversary. I'll save the rest for another video, so I can give a clearer explanation of the banners released after the fest event. If you ever have bad news, just hear me out, that I really do have a good news for you. The good news is that a new adventure called Stella Sora, a top-down light action RPG has just launched. This game combines fast dynamic combat with a story that unfolds in episodes, letting you dive into both action and exploration at your own pace. And the best part, you can play Stella Sora right now on almost any device you have, such as PC, iOS, and Android. In this update, the spotlight is on Chito's, a brand new 5-star Aqua Vanguard. Her blade summons torrents of water that form into serpents, crashing through enemies with unstoppable force. She's a powerhouse you definitely don't want to miss. But at its heart, this game shines through its characters. Each trekker brings her own unique style, story, and personality to your journey. And if the main story isn't enough, Stella Sora has plenty of extra challenges. You will face everything from intense head-to-head duels, to bullet hell battles, and roguelike adventures that will test both your reflexes and your strategy. If you are into RPGs that blend action, strategy, and plenty of waifuable characters, then Stella Sora is absolutely for you. So download the game now using the link in the description or the pinned comment below. And don't forget to redeem the code BOSSGIFT to obtain special rewards. Your adventure in Nova starts now, and I'll see you there. Now, with the best waifu banner having just dropped, the question is, are the upcoming banners still worth pulling for, especially if you're already broke from the twin banner? As for Nia, she's an AoE Sonic DPS, but her role is still pretty unclear. There aren't any particular fights where she truly shines yet. Nagusa, on the other hand, was once used against Hieronymus GA, though only in the insane difficulty level. That doesn't necessarily make her essential or especially useful either. So overall, both Nia and Nagusa seem skippable for now, unless you're pulling purely for waifu reasons. In that case, go ahead and grab them. Looking at what's next, some banners seem pretty skippable. The Iva Live rerun should be coming soon and will last about 2 weeks. Alongside that, Kazusa Band and Yoshimi Band should also rerun, plus a new band member. Natsu Band should make her debut. That said, B Kazusa and B Yoshimi, despite being limited, aren't really that great. They're not very versatile, and mainly shine against Fury of said light armored. B Natsu fills a similar niche. So honestly, these are easy skips, unless you're planning to tackle the highest floors in the final restriction release battles. But there's also the Kekyo banner, featuring an important student who applies debuff essential for defeating Kurokichi. So, if you're planning to pull for Kekyo, the banner also includes the band limited students, or band Natsu, the cute and funny. Next up should be the Hyaki Ayako Summer Run banner featuring S. Izuna and S. Chise. Technically, both are still usable. S. Izuna works well for concentrated fire during the GOZ second phase, though you can clear that second phase without her, by manually positioning your units. Still, she's a solid sub DPS with good target locking ability, and is great for the fury of said battle. With enough investment, her low cost X skill can even one-shot the red orbs. S. Chise's on the other hand, is useful if you don't want to mold on Kyoko's basic skill for CC against Hod or Wakabode first phase. She's cheap to build and excellent for boosting CC count, just enhance her second, third, and fourth gear slots. Max her X and basic skills, also level and she's good to go. Both are still usable, though their frequency of use might vary. If you hate relying on CC Kyoko, go for S. Chise's. Otherwise, you can cope with C. Kotama, though keep in mind that C. Kotama needs heavy investment to unlock her additional CC potential on her enhanced skill plus. Then, we'll also have the Yukari Renge banner, which doesn't seem to serve much purpose. Both are decent AoE Sonic DPS, but overall may be skippable. After that, The new Hyaki Ayako summer event will release, introduce Yukari swimsuit and Kekyo swimsuit as standard non-limited banner units. Yukari is meant to be a piercing AoE DPS for clearing mobs. There's not much reason to pull, but unless you really like her as a waifu, she might be viable as a main DPS for Kuroki's GA, but still generally skippable. Well, last scene, Yukari is used against Tifereth heavy armored, though I'm not particularly sure if that is a good or just another mold, but well, you can see clip link in description. Kekyo on the other hand is like a different take on Kirino. She provides critical rate and critical damage buffs instead. Sounds nice, but still not too relevant right now. At this stage, these banners are more for waifu collectors than meta players. Renge will also finally be added as a 2 stars, after years without any new to stars additions. She's an okay Sonic single target DPS, but if you already have Nozomi or plan to pull 4S Mikan later, better not build Renge. After that, there should be a rerun banner featuring the swimsuit rabbit Platoon, lasting about 2 weeks, also skippable. Then comes the festival event. Before it starts, we'll get to limited characters. One is, well, a hag, and the other, a small charming, sexy single mother of 10. Sasumi is a strong AoE piercing DPS, great against Tifereth heavy armored, but we'll have to see if she remains relevant later. Sceer acts like a striker version of Kisuki. She buffs allies X skill damage, which frees up your special slot. She's not widely used in raids yet, but that'll likely change as new content arrives. You'll also get up to 100 free pulls before the festival banner like usual. If you're a true Blue Archive player, you probably already know which one is worth going for, not just by how versatile they are, but by the smaller the better. Then, the Fest banner itself drops, Mika and Nagusa. Both are must pulls since Fest characters are always powerful. Mika is a Sonic single target DPS monster. Just like her regular version, all of her attacks, including her X skill, are guaranteed critical hits, so no more critical hit malding. Her X skill comes in 2 parts, one targets the enemy directly, and the other is a self-cast mode that activates rapid fire. This mode makes her X skill always appear in the front for 30 seconds. However, every 2 uses, the cost increases from 4 to 6, and to 10. Usually, you'll cancel rapid fire after 3 or 4 uses to manage cost efficiently. Nagusa is a fantastic support unit who provides a critical damage buff and introduces a new mechanic, cost synergy. This allows you to temporarily borrow X skill cost up to 5. For example, if you're chain buffing your DPS but run out of cost mid-rotation, you can still activate the X skill immediately, and the game will mark that as a negative cost balance. However, if a random unit in your formation retreats, the cost synergy effect ends. It's a little complex, but basically it lets you burst faster and maintain DPS uptime. And as well, the Dehinara run banner appears here, which is great for those looking for a strong explosive DPS. If all of this sounds confusing, let me break it down briefly for you. First, Nia and Nagusa are skippable, since both aren't particularly useful in most situations. Next, the banned banners, even though both bans are limited, aren't too valuable if you're focusing on general raid content. However, they are quite helpful for clearing the fury of said light armored stages, especially the higher floors. That includes Binatsu as well. Binatsu has adorable live 2D animations, cute and funny, but still not worth sparking for unless if you are into her. The same goes for Kekyo. While she's a solid debuffer for Kuroki, it's not an ideal time to pull her unless you're also aiming for other students in the banner. That's entirely up to you. Now, Izuna and Chise are definitely worth considering. Izuna works well as a sub DPS for Shirokuro, Goz, and Fury of Set, and can also perform nicely in other GA bosses that are special armored. Meanwhile, Chise is an excellent CC unit. If you're tired of dealing with Kyoko's basic skill RNG, Chise can save you from that frustration, especially for HOD and Wakamo raid bosses. She's also easy to build, no need for UE40. Just 3 stars with unlocked unique gear and maxed gear slot 2 and 3, and she's ready to go. So yes, these two are definitely worth getting if you don't already have them. Izuna is a great sub DPS, and Chise is a reliable CC counter. There's also Yukari and Renge, both being decent AoE DPS units, but they don't make a big impact overall. Yukari and Kekyo are also skippable, not very versatile, unless you're pulling for waifu reasons. Both are standard units anyway, so you'll eventually have a chance to get them from future banners. The swimsuit rabbit platoon rerun is also skippable. Then comes the fest event, but before the main fest banner, you'll be greeted by 2 limited units, Scia and Asumi. You'll also get 100 free pulls as usual. Between the two, the better pick is Scia, a support unit with high potential for future raids. Asumi, on the other hand, is still uncertain in long-term usefulness but currently serves as a DPS for Tipther at heavy armored stages. So, if you can only choose one, go for Scia, then move on to the fest banner. And yes, you'll definitely want both fest units, Mika and Nagusa. Mika is a powerhouse sonic single target DPS, possibly dominating the upcoming elastic raids that focus on single target battles. Meanwhile, Nagusa is a fantastic supporter to pair with Mika, providing critical damage buffs and cost loan, allowing X skills to activate instantly without waiting. So, you're right, there's not much worth pulling until the fest banner, except maybe Izuna and Chise, who are genuinely useful. Technically, you can skip them too. Izuna can be replaced with her regular version or even Sakurako, while Chise can be substituted with Kyoko, though her basic skill RNG can be frustrating, or C Kotama. However, both Kyoko and C Kotama require enhanced skill plus unlocked, less of an issue for Kyoko, but quite demanding for C Kotama. With the rumors that the new boss, which is Yesod, will be added soon, and required CC and concentrated fire or focus fire to defeat this boss, these two might be usable again. After that, no banner worth to spark for until fest event is released. Anyway, that's all for now, and as always, good luck with your pulls.